Hello, welcome to the Pure Land discussion. My name is Mrs. Morin, and I'm here with.
Mrs. Wyatt.
Let's go ahead and let's start off with the title. It is Pure Land. And then the artist is Mariko Mori. And the historical period is contemporary. The materials and techniques. So we're looking at glass and photo interlay. The intended purpose. This captures a moment from the Nirvana experience, enabling, and we'll talk about that a little bit more later, which enables the viewer for a longer, perhaps more meditative relationship with the work. It gives a message of enlightenment for all. And then the patron and intended audience, that would be the museum goers that experience the Nirvana experience.
Mm-hmm.
And Mrs. White will go ahead and answer the questions below.
So we're going to answer the first question. What was the Nirvana experience? So the Nirvana experience is part of going to the museum. So when you go in, there's a room that you go into, and it's an animated movie that you watch. But during the movie, you're going to have certain smells that come up, and it's going to blow wind on you. And it's also it's uh, you can only have 20 people at a time in the room, so it's very intimate. So the whole idea is that you're going to have this experience within the room that is very meditative that goes on. Number two, what is the symbolism in Pure Land? So we have several things going on here in the image. The first thing, let's talk about the background. The background is the Dead Sea. And so, if you know anything about the Dead Sea, it has so much salt in the water that nothing lives there. There's no plants or animals, nothing. And it is also the lowest point on the earth. So, one thing is that Shintoism says that salt is about purification. So it's kind of taking the same thing going on here. You've got the lotus blossom that is below the kind of fairy lady. Below, the lotus blossom is about purity and rebirth. The spaceship like little structure here is a Tibetan stupa, and it's flying around. And then you have the little guys who are all floating around on clouds, and they are supposed to be like the bodhisattvas. Is that right? Am I pronouncing that
I
right?
believe so.
Bodhisattvas.
Mm-hmm.
And they are compassionate individuals who are helping people here on the earth to become enlightened. And so they're there with different instruments floating around. The figure that's in the picture is the artist herself. And she represents a Tang lady and a goddess of fortune. So in one hand, she's doing the mudra, which is a blessing, and it forms the wheel and the teaching of the wheel that we've already talked about before. And then in the other hand, she has what's called a wishing stone. So that's all the symbolism within this piece. Number three, what would Pure Land be used for? When you're looking at Pure Land, she is hoping that you are going to meditate on death, purification, and rebirth. And that is everything about Pure Land.
All right. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed.